I'm here with Keren, and Keren did my Unlimited Abundance live, and I wanted to connect with her because she has some really cool things that have happened for her. So could you explain to folks some of the things what was your life like before, and what happened along the journey?
I can. So I'm going to be looking off because I have notes. There's just way too many things to cover in one shot. Okay, so before I started, I was in a creation destruction cycle. I was constantly creating a little bit and then it would disappear, and it was kind of like taking 2 steps backwards, and for every step forward that I moved, I couldn't find a job. I couldn't even get temp agencies to call me back. It was a pretty unique situation. I really felt like the universe itself was against me. I was always manifesting from fear. I didn't realize how powerful of a manifester I was because it was constantly fear-based. But looking back, everything that I was thinking was showing up really quickly. It was just the wrong side.
It was just the opposite of what you wanted, right?
Exactly. Let's see. I really wanted to be seen, but I was afraid to share myself with the world. There was a weird dichotomy going on there with that. And I was racking up debt with no way to pay it off because I couldn't find a job because I was manifesting so well the nothingness that I was afraid of.
Wow. That's gotta be scary. I mean, like if you can't provide for yourself, I mean, that's scary.
Yeah. And I had gotten to the point where bankruptcy was a realistic option, and I was comfortable with it. Unfortunate as that sounds, I was okay with, just starting from scratch, as bad as that would have been. Since I started, the fun stuff now, I've removed all of my debt. I have 0 credit card debt, and it was in the tens of thousands.
Wow.
I got that all taken care of. I have clients showing up out of nowhere. I think about a year ago, I listed some classes that I was going to do. I am doing continuing education classes now and partnered with a school here that apparently nobody can get into. I walked in one day, asked them if they were interested in doing a class, and a month later, the owner called me. And apparently people wait years and years to be able to teach there. So I got that after a month. It was kind of cool. I have random clients calling me, wanting me to teach out of town, and booking large classes for me. So it's not just the one person. They'll get me classes 5 to 10 people at a time, which is really nice. Let's see. I'm actually being pursued employment-wise. I'm getting headhunters and recruiters calling me without putting out too much effort. Let's see. Oh, I wrote a book. That's really huge.
And by the way, I wrote a book.
Yeah, by the way, I wrote a book. It has sold internationally, and it's on one topic, which was supposed to be a niche topic, but I have therapists and counselors now asking to stock it in their office to use with their clients because of how apparently broad the audience is for this, something I never anticipated.
Wow. So you found a whole niche, which is amazing.
Yeah, I did. And I've gotten the inspiration for a second book. As soon as that one was done, I started getting the inspirations, the chapters, all of the information for a second book. So I'm working on that, which is phenomenal for somebody who's afraid to share themselves with the world. I'm kind of going, okay, which country is going to hit next?
That's okay. I love it. Let me just help the whole world.
Exactly. There is no limit. If it could go intergalactic, I would do that too.
Perfect.
And let's see. Oh, I'm refusing to settle for less than being me now. I want everything to be on my terms, but not from a selfish standpoint, from this is me, and I deserve to be seen and to be taken exactly as I am, not modified for somebody else.
Right. You're not going to fit in somebody else's box. You get to just radiate you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's profound. I mean, I know to some people listening, like, that's just like a little statement, but, we all know that most people, until you kind of cross over to the other side, right, so to speak, where you're actually just fully being you don't really realize how many little boxes and limits you've been putting on yourself. So I really hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. profound.
It's definitely huge. And it's so much easier. It takes so much less energy to do that, to just be me.
Right. Versus all the contractions about, oh, I'm going to be this label for this person and this label for that person, and yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So what else happened? You have a list, which is cool.
That's that's the list. If I have to, that's like the list that I had. I'm sure if I thought longer, I could come up with more stuff.
Okay, no, that's a lot. So, I'm going to make it practical for, not that wasn't practical, for 1 minute, but for people who are saying, like, you were saying you had, like, huge amounts of debt and then you paid it off. Like, how did you use the tools to do that?
A couple different ways. Interestingly enough, I, just by using the tools themselves, just by connecting energetically and asking for help and not limiting it, just saying, I need help. I don't care where it's going to come from. I just need help. Part of the help showed up. The other part came from losing the fear of asking for help from other people. Okay. I actually managed a huge chunk. I think I got close to $20,000 just handed to me from someone. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but
no, of course. I mean, because it's still manifesting. You created it, right?
Right, and that was something that I didn't ask anyone for. It was just asking the universe over and over again. I need this help. I need it to show up, and I got a check like that. The rest of it, I actually went. I gave up the attachment to having it show up one way or another, and I went and asked for help from someone else and said, I need help. Is this something that you can do? Can we take care of it? So it was kind of half and half me not being afraid to ask for help and half just asking the universe and allowing it to show up however it did.
Yeah, no, because I have a lot of people, a client will get on the phone and say, Christy, I want to make, X amount of money, and it's got to only be the lottery. And then just like you're saying, like using the tools, if you really just say, well, the universe is unlimited, I don't really care where it comes from. Universe, just guide me, show me, help me, whatever it is. So you still obviously manifested it, right?
I did. I did. And that first check actually isn't the only time since we started that I've manifested, we'll say, large amounts of money without asking for it. It was just I want this to show up, and it kind of just landed in my lap. And both times were ways that I never, had I asked for it, I never would have asked for it that way.
Oh, okay.
Or from that person. Right. I just would have asked. And so, like, the lottery didn't hit for me.
but you got self-empowerment and, all these other cool tricks, right? If you were to say to somebody who's kind of listening and they were like on the fence, should I jump in and do this? What would your response to them be?
I would say absolutely. It's definitely worth it. It works if you are willing to work with it.
Right. Just
like everything else. It's magic, and it's not. You have to do your part, and as long as you will do your part, it is magic that shows up. So your part isn't hard. It's fairly effortless, but.
Well, because you were saying like effortless. Like, how much of your day do you think it took you to kind of embody this? Like you make the tools part of your life is really what I'm saying. Was it a big effort for you in the beginning? Was it?
In the beginning, I had to actually think about it. I think for the first month or so, I did think about it, and total per day, maybe 30 minutes. It was really quickly when I did the what would it takes. I have a little bead bracelet, and I counted the beads so I didn't have to keep track in my mind, and I just went through kind of like a mala, I knew when I got around, I had done so many times, and so it was just a couple times a day I did that.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much for showing up, Keren, and I'm really happy for you, because why I do this is so that people get empowered and improve their life, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. This is amazing.